Hello everybody, and welcome to Wonderfully Hopeless Colors. We are going to continue today on our picture in Seasons by Hanna Karlzon. And this is where we're at, and today we're going to work on these flowers up here. And depending on how far we get, maybe we'll tackle a couple of the little bugs. Alright, so let's zoom in a little bit. Maybe move the camera just a smidge. Excuse me. Maybe I'll take a drink. As you can see, I'm still recovering. Alright, so we are taking, these are our Schpirer Farben still. We're taking moss green and we're just going to do all of the green in just moss green. I'm not getting real fancy with this one. It's thin and tiny. And we just need some green to go down. So as I'm getting closer to being finished, I'm trying to decide, do I want to do a background or not? I'm not sure how I'm feeling about a background, because it's a lot of page. And if I do want to do a background, what do I want to do? I would have to say, I'm leaning, if I were to do one, in chalk pastels, and maybe do more of like a night sky, so blacks and dark blues. Since, you know, the tag says summer nights, I thought maybe but I don't know. I haven't decided. I figure get the page, get the coloring done first, and then go from there. I'm really trying to get this done before the end of August, because I'd like to start a new page. Plus, this sits out on my desk when I'm not coloring on it, and it takes up space. It stares at me and taunts me and reminds me, hey, you're supposed to be finishing this page. So, I'm trying. I don't know if I'm going to get it done, but I'm trying. I'll probably end up a little bit into next week, but that's okay. Alright, oh, I almost forgot. There's this piece up here that finishes the circle. If I get it done next week, that's okay. And then we'll have to do another random generation and see what comes up. It would be great if I did it and I had enough time to do the whole page at once, but life is rarely that easy. Alright, I'm pretty happy with that. Set that aside. Alright, for the flowers, I pulled out royal blue, marine blue, and summer sky. And hey, I even sharpened them beforehand. So we're going to start with summer sky, because that's our lightest color. It's going to be our base. So we're just going to come in here and give them a light base color. And I want these to be pretty poppin' blue. That's why I picked the colors I did. So we're just gonna, I don't think we're gonna see much of this base color by the time I get done, but I'm thinking vibrant. So we'll see how far we get. Yep. My puppers is getting up. She's gonna make me move. Maybe. She might just turn around and go back to sleep. She's a Great Dane. She sleeps a lot. The running joke in the house is she sleeps about 36 hours a day. And she's scared of everything. Absolutely everything. If the washing machine is going, she's scared. If there's a loud car driving by, she's scared. Heaven forbid I drop anything, because that's terrifying. My husband likes to play music in the morning when he's getting ready, and she's terrified. She runs away. Can't handle loud sounds. So thunderstorms are highly traumatic. Fireworks are highly traumatic. Poor thing. She does not like all that stuff. I never realized just how neurotic, but she is like a total Scooby-Doo. Hey, these flowers are much faster than the other ones were. Probably because they're so tiny. Alright, we're going to come in with royal blue and just add some shadow. We have to be really light with this because these are tiny little flowers. This delicate work is not my strong suit. I like bigger areas to work better. I hope everybody's looking forward to 3-day weekend. Well, at least here in America. I think Canada's is this weekend too, but I can't remember. I know England just had theirs. And I'm sorry, I'm just not as up on everybody else's. Heck, I'm lucky to keep track of American holidays. At one point for school, I tried to keep track of all of the holidays, like for all the religions and for all the funny ones, you know, but and I'm not that teacher that can keep track of everybody's birth. I'm like, I can barely remember my family's. Alright, now we're going to come in with marine blue. And I have a feeling this is where the flower is mostly going to go blue. Because that's what I want it. I want it to be pretty blue. Actually, the flowers in my yard inspired what I wanted this to look like. They don't look this blue, but nor are they this shape. But they were pretty blue. And I'm like, I want blue flowers. And I just happened to figure it would work well on this page. And so I went with it. I think when I painted the bleeding hearts, I'm like, that's when I decided that these were going to be blue. And I saved them for the end. It took me a while to decide what flower was going to be blue. I knew there was going to be blue on the page, but after I finished the bleeding hearts, it started to take shape in my head what I really wanted. So I have I forget what they're a weed. They're considered a weed, but I think they're pretty. They're all along the roadsides here in the country, and I know everybody considers them a weed, but I think they're pretty. And it's like, it's not really a weed if it's pretty. Everything's a weed. Anything that's not growing where it's supposed to be is a weed, but it's pretty. And I'm pretty sure it's invasive, which as a scientist I should be very against, but it's hard to be against a pretty little flower. Alright, now we're going to come back in with our summer sky and blend and finish making that a poppin' blue flower. Yup, just like that. I like it. That's what I'm talking about. A pretty blue flower. Nothing fancy, just a pretty blue flower. Doesn't have to be complicated. Totally enjoying that. That is exactly what I wanted. I'm always happy when things work the way I want them to for a change. It's kind of nice. It so rarely happens. Life just doesn't like to cooperate. But my coloring does. Mostly because it's my coloring, and I watched too much Bob Ross as a kid. Sorry, but there's only happy accidents. If you make a mistake, it's a happy accident. It's not an accident. It's only an accident if you make it an accident. It's a happy accident. I'm telling you, I watched too much Bob Ross. I totally, even my worst coloring page, it's like, meh, I learned something, so it's a happy accident. Either I learned a color combination that didn't go along, or I learned a technique that didn't work, or that I need to practice more. Either way, happy accident. Way awesome. And I am so loving these little blue flowers. And this is so much faster than the last flower. Probably because they're much smaller. Which is fine. Which means we're probably going to have to get gel pens out. And have to, yeah. It's such a torture to get the gel pens out. I like the gel pens. the gel pens out and do some boogies. I still haven't 100% decided what I want to do with the butterfly, so we're going to see where inspiration takes me. I mean, if I'm following the logic, it should be glitter pen because the other boogies are glitter pen, right? I mean, they've got some pencil on them. Okay. And actually, now that I'm looking at that bug at the top, it looks just like the flies, so it's going to get colored like a fly. Okay. It is like the fly. It's just from a different angle. Okay. Okay, centers. Let us just do Bumblebee. I just want a little pop of yellow. So we're just going to come in here and give the center. And I am 100% sure that is going to get gel pen added to it because that's going to make that pop even more. And I really like these flowers. Okay. There we go with those. So let's take our grays and let's do our buggies. Alright. Let's make sure buggy number 1 is in the frame. Let's do our little buggy down here. Alright. So he's just going to be a black buggy. So we're just going to come in. We're not going to do anything too fancy. We're just going to give him some black. And then we're going to come in with some gel pen here in a minute and make him pop. I just want a little bit of black as base layer. Alright. Now we've got, if I don't smack the camera into things, this boogie up here. Alright. So this is the same as the other bugs. It's a little bigger. So we're going to start under here. Is going to be black. And we're going to fade to gray. But first we're just going to put the black in. And his little feet are black. And then this little foot is black. And then we're going to make this black. And his little head is black. Bad camera battery. It died. Okay. So we're finishing off the black. Need some black antennae. Alright. So his eyes are going to be blue. The top of his carapace, no, the thorax, because anybody cares if I use the right terminology for the bug parts. I'm trying, based on the position of the wings. Yeah, based on the position of the wings, nothing on this matches the other ones. So we're going to have to take some liberties. I think that band is supposed to be gold. Theoretically, that's blue based on the position of the wings. So we're going to come down here and we're going to add in some gray, and we're going to fade to the lighter gray. And then let's pull the darker gray down just a little bit more. I don't want too much black on there. And pull that down. Alright, the rest of him is gel pen based loosely on what I see in the other bug. Alright, the butterfly. The butterfly's body would be very dark. So I think we're going to come in with gray. And we're going to put some gray down here. Take some black and add some shadow right along the wing. And the same for the thorax. And make that and I think we're just going to make the legs like a dark gray. Bring those out. And some dark gray on the head. Alright. So there's that. Now, I think I am going to pause and go find my gel pens. Okay, I'm back with a selection of gel pens. I'm using the Sioux Color ones. They've been working pretty good for me. So let's start with our little beetle here. We're going to give him some blue eyes too, because, you know, he might as well match the others. But first, we're going to add some sparkle. I just want his shell to be sparkly. I'm going to leave the rest of him just matte black. But he's going to get some sparkle on his shell. And we're going to give him some sparkly blue eyes. And we're going to call him done. Not a ton, just a little. Alright. For our buggy up here, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take our 24 karat gold, and the best I can figure, and this is me basing it on science, and it's not science, but you know, I can't help myself. Alright, so that kind of corresponds to that. This is really a loose corresponding to what's on the abdomen. And then we're going to take the blue, and from what I can tell, again, art and science don't always mix, but this is the best I can do, and it makes my brain happy, so we're going with it. And then we're going to put that there, like that. Okay, now for the wings, I'm going to come in and I'm going to very hurriedly put the blue down because I need it to stay wet, and then I'm going to come with my crystal and I'm just going to make the wings the pale blue with the crystal in it. Just like that. And it works best if the blue isn't completely dry. Like that. Okay. I'm happy with that. So now the butterfly. So I'm trying to decide how I'm going to tackle the butterfly. Let's start tentatively here. I'm going to, antenna would not be that thick more than likely, but we're going to make them black sparkly because I can. We're going to make the tongue, which is essentially what that is, pink because it's a tongue. And we're going to make the eye blue because why not? It matches everybody else's eye. Alright. Now what? This is where it becomes more complicated. So, I think what we're gonna do is we're just gonna go for it and see what happens. Alright, so the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put some hot pink here. And I'm gonna take the crystal and I'm going to pull the hot pink to fade it a little bit. I don't need a ton, but and again, get a fair bit of hot pink and take the crystal and pull it down. Yeah, that's what I kind of want. Like that. Alright, same over here. Put a little hot pink. Then we're going to take the crystal and we're going to kind of right like that. Yeah, I likey. I likey. See? Happy accident. Alright. I think I'm going to do the same thing with this section right here. I'm just gonna work in my pink and take my crystal and pull it down, and then put in some more pink, and get enough ink, it's much easier. There we go. All right. Yep. I'm a liking. All right. So now I probably want to carry some pink down here. So I think we're going to try. We're going to put the crystal in first. A little harder to see what I'm doing with the crystal, but we're going to put some crystal in. And then we're going to take the pink in. And we're just gonna, yeah. Okay. There we go. I like that. All right. Now what? Let's take, this is Orchid. Let's see. We're just going to put okay. And then I think we're going to take some yellow. This is 24 karat. And let's put some yellow right here. And then I think make these yellow. Like that. And then we're going to come in with the blue. And I want to go really easy on the blue because it's really bright. But I think we're going to put it on this part right here. Right like that. And do the same on this wing because butterflies are symmetrical. And if they weren't, they would probably be anyway in my world. And that's the beauty of coloring. It's your world. Make it what you want. And I want a sparkly butterfly. So I'm making a sparkly butterfly. Because I feel like butterflies and unicorns should be sparkly. Actually, most things should be sparkly in my world. I'm not super girly about a lot of things, but I like my glitter. Everything should sparkle. Alright, and I'm actually going to come in here, and I'm just going to put a little blue on the bottoms of the wings too. All right. Now, decisions. I'm really liking the way this is going, but I don't want to overdo it either. So I'm trying to decide what I want to do next. So I think we're going to come back in here with Orchid. And I think what we're going to do is we're going to put it right here in these little spaces. Right like that. Right there. I'm liking that. And then we're going to take 24 karat gold. And we're going to put that with the blue, because blue and yellow just pop. Yep, just like that. I'm liking that. And then let's put the blue right here, like that. And I think I'm just going to carry the yellow, the gold right here in these spots. Okay. Excuse me. Now, what do I want to do? Give the ink a second to dry, obviously, before I smear anything, which would be my choice. I have some orange, but I'm not sure I want to pull in orange. I'm really liking this color scheme right now, so I think I'm going to leave the orange out. But I think I want to put something in this section right here. And I want to do something with these scallops. So I got to decide what I want to do. So I think I'm going to do more pink. So I think I'm going to bring the pink in here at full strength this time, because I haven't done that yet. It's all been toned down. So we're going to bring it in with the bright pop of pink here. Okay. I'm okay with that. That's looking okay. Alright, now what? I'm still happy. I'm still loving the sparkly butterfly. Alright, I need this section. I don't want to do the pink, I don't think, but I think I might have to, because I've got the purple, I've got the gold, and I've got the blue right there. And even though I got the pink in the border, it's the paler pink. So I think I'm going to end up with the full strength pink. Yeah. Okay. This butterfly would not survive in nature. Just saying. Unless it was toxic. Actually, that's what it would say in nature is, I'm toxic, don't eat me. Again, biology. Can't help it. But again, it's my world. And it's a sparkly butterfly. It could only be better if it was red, because red is my favorite color. And as I like to say, pink is just red only with white added. So it counts. Alright. I like that. And all I'm going to do to finish it is, I think I am just going to take crystal, and I am going to put that on the rest of the wing. It doesn't need more color added to it. If I add more color, it's just going to get crazy. And butterfly wings have white on them quite often. And it's my world. That's the great thing about coloring. It's your own little world. You can do what you want. It's like all the other arts. It's your world. Do what you want. Be creative. Make it fun. Alright. That is a sparkly butterfly. And I feel like I'm just going to take the sparkle up another notch. And I'm just going to totally sparkle out the butterfly. Is this overkill? Yep. Am I going to do it anyway? Yep. It makes me happy. That is one blinged out butterfly. So sparkly. So sparkly. Look at the sparkly butterfly. Alright, I think we're going to call that good for today. And next time we tackle the jar. Bye now.